One of the most common questions when it comes to manifesting is, how do you actually feel it before you have it? How exactly do you live from the end? How do you feel that your desire is already yours, right here, right now, so that it can manifest in physical reality? And this is exactly what we're going to talk about today. What's up, superheroes? Welcome to my channel, the place where we make the impossible possible. I'm Scarlet Grace and I help people break through their limitations and manifest their heart's desires. If you're new here and you want to learn how to manifest any desire fast with the law of attraction and Neville Goddard's teachings, then start now by hitting the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you won't miss any video that could change your life. And if you need some extra help or my personal advice for your situation, you can sign up for coaching. I have recorded coaching, I have live one-on-one coaching, and I also have several courses that are self-paced that you can use to learn how to manifest, including a 21-day course on how to manifest your specific person. You can check all of those out using the links in the description below. So how do you actually live from the end? What is the secret to getting into that state where you feel that your desire is already yours? This is the most important question when it comes to manifesting, because once you get this right, then your desires manifest so much more easily and so much faster than before. The secret to feeling that it's already yours, that it's already here before it has actually manifested in your 3D reality, comes directly from Neville Goddard and his training with his mentor Abdullah. In order to fully grasp how exactly feeling it before you have it works, let's take a look at what instructions Neville Goddard received from his own mentor when he was in your position, when he was training himself to learn how to manifest his desires and he wasn't an expert in doing it yet. So back then, Neville wanted to manifest going to Barbados to see his family. He lived in New York and he wanted to go to Barbados for Christmas, but he didn't actually have any money for the ticket. So he decided he was going to manifest this. The instructions that he got from his mentor Abdullah as to how to manifest this were walk around New York City, but imagine that you're not in New York City, you're actually in Barbados. So Neville spent 3 days walking around New York City trying to pretend that this was Barbados, but he found it very hard to do. And the reason for that is because New York City is cold in the winter. So it was cold, it was rainy, it didn't look at all like Barbados. Barbados is a tropical place. It is sunny, it is warm. It looked nothing like New York. So he spent 3 days walking around the city trying to pretend that New York City was actually Barbados, and he wasn't having much luck with it. So he went back to his mentor to say, this is not working. I don't know how to make it work. And what his mentor Abdullah said was, the reason it's not working is because you feel that you are here in New York and Barbados is out there. And Neville said yes. So his mentor said, don't think that you're in New York City now. Imagine that you are in Barbados already, you're standing on the beach, and point towards the direction of New York. Where is New York compared to where you're standing right now? Because if you imagine that, that means that you are already in Barbados. And when he actually started doing that, the ticket manifested and he was able to go to Barbados. A chain of incidents took place that manifested the ticket for him. So based on that story, do you realize what happens when you try to live from the end but it doesn't feel real and it doesn't work to produce results for you? The secret is movement and how you orient yourself. See, most people, even though they imagine that they already have their desires now, they actually have this sense that the desire is not here. The desire is somewhere out there, somewhere in the future. And that is why so many of you ask me in the comments, how can I not be impatient? How can I be patient until I get to my desire, until I move towards my desire? But if you're thinking of it in terms of moving towards your desire, that means that you're here, where you're standing right now, in that position where you don't have your desire yet, looking out towards your desire. That is like standing in New York City and looking out towards the direction of Barbados. What you need to be doing is standing in Barbados and from your position in Barbados be able to point out the direction New York City is at. Since I'm guessing most of you aren't in New York City trying to manifest a trip to Barbados, let's put this in terms that apply to any desire, not just a desire to go from one place to another. Let's say that you want to manifest a relationship with a specific person, and right now, you're not even in contact with that person. So we have 2 points in time. There is point A, where you are at right now. Right now, point A is, I'm not in a relationship with this person. We are not even in contact. This is where you are right now. Where you want to be is point B. Point B is the place where you are in a relationship with this person, and of course you are in contact with that person since you are already in a relationship. What most people do is they imagine that they already have the relationship, but they feel that this relationship is somewhere in the future. So they are at point A, not in a relationship, not in contact, looking out towards that point in the future, which is point B, where they have the relationship. And this is why you struggle to manifest. What you need to do is move mentally to point B, the point where you have the relationship. And from point B, look towards point A. Where is point A located now that you are in a relationship? It is located in the past. So in order to manifest your desire, you go to point B, which is I already have my desire, and from point B you can look back to point A and remember how in the past you didn't have that desire, because point A is now in your past since you already have your desire. So when you are at point B, looking back at point A and thinking, oh, I remember when I didn't have that desire yet. I remember that point in time in my past where I wanted to manifest this because I didn't have it yet. You're looking at it from point B. I already have my desire now though. That is point B. And this works for any desire. So in order to practice this, or let's say that you want to manifest a job, you are now at point A. Point A is, I don't have the job yet. I want to manifest it. Point B is I already got the job. So if you mentally move into a scene where you already have that job, and from that place, you imagine yourself looking back to this moment where you didn't have the job yet, looking back to point A. Point A is located in your past because you're looking at it from point B. And this is how you manifest. If you try to just imagine you have the job, but that job feels like something in your future, that remains in the future. That's why you struggle to manifest it. Just like if you're walking around New York City trying to pretend that this is Barbados, it doesn't work so well because you still think of Barbados as something that is out there, not here where you are right now. Whereas if you imagine that you're standing on the beach in Barbados and you're pointing out to somebody that here, this is the direction New York City is at, where I usually live, but right now we're in Barbados, that makes you feel it as if it's happening right now. This is the feeling of having it before it is actually here in 3D reality. And this is why it is so important when you imagine to imagine from a first-person point of view. Because this brings the scene that you're imagining in the here and now. Whatever you're imagining, you imagine that you have that job. If you are inside your body looking out of your own eyes, that means that this is happening right now. Whereas if you imagine from a third-person point of view, you're basically imagining the thing. You are not imagining you right here, right now, having the thing. So that thing can be somewhere out there. It's not here right now. You haven't mentally transported yourself from point A, I don't have the thing yet, I don't have the job yet, I don't have the relationship yet, to point B. It is already mine right here, right now, and I can look back towards point A where I didn't have the thing, and point A is located in my past. It's a memory. I can tell myself I remember when I didn't have that job yet. I remember when I wasn't in this relationship yet and I was watching all those YouTube videos to help me manifest it. And now I'm here. Now I'm at point B. Now the thing is, this kind of movement, this kind of thing where you're sitting on your couch and imagining you're in Barbados or imagining that you are in your new office, is kind of difficult for some people to actually imagine. Some people are naturals at it. Some people feel that their imagination doesn't help them imagine this. But the good news is that this is something that you can actually train. Your imagination is something that you can actually train. And Neville Goddard actually gave exercises to achieve exactly that. I already have a video explaining how to train your imagination so that you can manifest more easily. But let's try an easy exercise here in order to get you that sense of movement from one place to the other, from position A to position B. So one of Neville's exercises that he recommended to his students, because that's what he used to do when he started learning from his own mentor Abdullah about manifesting, is this. He imagined that he was sitting in his living room and he thought of where his phone was. And mentally he imagined getting up and walking towards the phone. So this is a meditation. He didn't actually physically get off the couch to walk towards the phone. He closed his eyes and he imagined getting up from the position he was, sitting on the couch, and walking towards the phone. And when he reached the phone, he would turn around and look towards the couch at that position he was just sitting at a few seconds ago. And then he would repeat the process. He would walk slowly towards the couch and he would look towards the direction of the telephone. So in this scenario, sitting on the couch is point A. The telephone is point B. And this is a very easy exercise that you can do in order to get used to switching perspectives from point A to point B. It is very easy to do. You can practice it anywhere. And it is very easy to do in a familiar environment. So you can do it by imagining that you walk from one room of your house or your apartment to another. This is a very simple exercise. You can practice it anywhere. And it helps you make that switch from point A to point B. So if you do this for a few days, then if you try to do it for a desire that you have, whether that's a trip that you want to take, a job you want to manifest, a relationship you want to manifest, it's much easier to get this feeling of I'm actually here. I actually have this relationship. So try practicing this technique, try doing this exercise, because it will help your imagination move from point A to point B very easily, and that will make your manifestations happen so much faster. And if you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon, because I put out new videos every Sunday to help you manifest an amazing life.